Hello, and welcome to another Rouge unit of the week. And today we are taking a look at the AH-1J Cobra for the United States. So in the 60s, Vietnam War was raging on, and helicopters were a real bloody big deal for the United States. They allowed you to get deep into the jungle and transport troops at an exceptionally fast rate. But also these Huey helicopters were used in ground attack missions. Some of them had rockets and machine guns strapped onto the side to deal with ground targets. And they were pretty bloody good with dealing with the ground targets. But the United States needed a more focused aircraft to just blow the stuff up on the ground. So they got the same engine and a lot of the same stuff from the Huey, made it smaller and changed the chassis, and made the Cobra attack helicopter during the mid to late 60s. And it was a very fast and nimble attack helicopter. Honestly, it's probably one of the first attack helicopters ever built, but it was a very effective attack helicopter during the later stages of the Vietnam War. It could saturate an entire area with a crap ton of rockets, and some of these Cobras, most of them are fitted with Vulcan miniguns, a 7.62 minigun. But this one, the AH-1J Cobra, was fitted with a nose-mounted 40mm grenade launcher instead. In-game, the AH-1J Cobra is a reconnaissance helicopter costing 55 points, and it has 3 weapons available to it. Its first weapon being the M75 40mm grenade launcher with 120 rounds with a range of ground of 1,750 meters, range helicopters of 525 meters, 10% accuracy, 5% while moving, 1 HE, and a rate of fire of 63 rounds a minute. Overall, a pretty good saturation gun. You're going to be using this on soft targets and infantry mainly. You can't really kill armor with this. You can stun them up quite well with the grenade launcher, but it's an infantry killing weapon, and it's pretty bloody good at doing that. Its second and third weapons being the Hydra and FFAR rockets. I'm going to cover these under the same thing because they are rather similar, both of them being 70mm rocket systems with similar range. The FFARs are slightly less inaccurate and they have less missiles. But you may be thinking, why does an attack helicopter have 2 different rocket systems? That seems a little bit stupid, and honestly, that does seem a little bit stupid. It would just be smarter to have more Hydras and FFARs. But the cool thing about it in a gameplay setting is that the Hydras and FFARs can both be fired at the same time, so you can get double the amount of rockets down on range. The Hydras shoot a little bit more slower, believe it or not, even though the rate of fire wouldn't tell you otherwise. With the FFARs, it seems like the helicopter, and I was playtesting with it, it fires all 7 of them, or 1 volley, just like that, extremely quick. But overall, they're both pretty good rocket systems, great for dealing with light armor, soft targets, and just blowing up the crap out of anything on the ground. And if we just pop down to miscellaneous stats, he has no armor whatsoever, 6 strength, small size, good optics, a speed of 280 km an hour, a pretty good autonomy of 575 km, and they can only be brought in airborne and marine decks. Simply put, this is a reconnaissance helicopter that's great with dealing with soft targets, and it's rather cheap. At 55 points you get an awful lot of firepower, a lot of explosives, a lot of bloody explosives, and this makes it a great helicopter with dealing with enemy infantry that try to flank around in the forest, enemy infantry in towns, light BMPs and other light armor and APCs that get brought up earlier on in the match. It's rather fast, it doesn't have the best HP, 6 HP is rather respectable for an attack helicopter, but you don't want to get it too close to enemy AA or heck, even machine gun fire, because it could definitely mess up his helicopter a lot. Like I said before, having 2 different rocket systems is quite a benefit, because you can get a lot of alpha damage just down on the field or on the ground, to be more exact, and you can really just blow away light infantry divisions just like that, especially with the help of the grenade launcher. Overall, it's a pretty good reconnaissance helicopter. If you can bring it up in your General Blue 4 decks and your American decks, I honestly suggest it. It's probably one of the top tier reconnaissance helicopters you can get. Great with dealing with your side flanks. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling at you. It's a great helicopter. I love using this thing and just seeing explosives happen. And this has been another Rang Rouge unit of the Reek. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.